3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Intentionally Blank Pathfinder. I'm your GM Kyle, and I'm joined by the lovely players Paisley, Levi, Tristan, and Dakota.
Hello.
Oh,
What is your scheme for like how you list our names?
Me.
I have it
in
written
order
out.
favorite to
and-
least
I
favorite.
know, but it's like it's not like alphabetical.
Last campaign it was alphabetical, and then I wanted to switch it up for this campaign.
There's a new person, so it's already switched up.
Yeah, but
Well,
I didn't
this
want to put Tristan last, so I just
We're just
ha.
picking chaos
I
this
just
time.
rearranged the names.
Yeah.
randomly.
Fuck order.
Order's important, though.
Anyway,
No, it's an order
This
we
is
like
just
the most.
further proof that everything we say is scripted.
it's actually in the order of how much I like you
Favoritism?
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not last, so.
Honestly, in my heart, I knew it all along.
Oh no, same. I just wanted him to say it.
Anyway, before we begin, do you guys have any announcements?
Yeah, I'm leaving the group.
Also,
Finally.
Dakota stinks. That's it. That's all I got.
I want to say that I carried an orange up the stairs, and our dog thought it was a ball and was trying to get it from me.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty important.
And
It's pretty important.
did you give it to him?
No, I'm eating it right now.
That's kind of
Wow.
fucked up. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyway,
What?
there's not too much to announce about Talespire. They haven't released any updates this last week, but they do. They did create 2 Discord chats, building tips and creature modding. So it's cool seeing people get involved with that. But Talespire themselves have not released anything. Then, if you guys don't have anything else, I will get into last time.
Awesome.
Last time on Pathfinder. Shut the fuck up. The party faced against a strange old man in the woods. They stopped him from choking them out a couple of times, tore off all his clothing. One of you went down, but eventually you guys did bring him down to where you could have a conversation because he thought he was going to die.
Good news, he thought correctly.
Good news. The party learned of his involvement with the Crimson Knights, being paid to guard the tree, causing the animals to become feral. They did eventually kill the old man and took the items he had on him. Briar found a new ability by talking to the curse tree, revealing some more information, including the old man's stash and the source of the curse, a crystal ball glowing with energy, buried beneath the roots. The party takes all of these items, leaving some of the feral fruits behind to hopefully not disrupt the feral animals so the Crimson Knights don't know anything has gone wrong. Getting back to town, they don't turn in the quest yet so that they don't tip off the Crimson Knights. And at the inn, Briar and Cortez break off to learn about their new items while Ulu and Brigand stay downstairs. Thorin, the reward station master, enters and after seeing Ulu, excitedly greets her and asks her to meet behind the inn in an hour with the rest of her group for a special
Or
job.
an orgy. Oh.
The others finish identifying the items and they meet behind the inn. We start this session with everyone descending the stairs into the cellar. So, as you guys descend the staircase, you get into a small, somewhat cramped room full with different variety of food and things that you would find in the inn. On the opposite side of the room, you see 3 humanoid figures and 1 animal figure. You see Thorin, the reward station master, and you see 2 people that you have not met yet. as you get to the bottom of the stairs, the cellar door does close. You don't hear it latch, though.
There is
Kyle-
a instinctive turn of the
No,
head towards the close, but he doesn't do anything for now.
Okay.
Where am I? I can't find where I'm supposed to be. Oh, there's the door.
I'll open the door so that you can click inside.
Here. I just got inside.
Okay.
We are good.
But the door is closed. As
When a
you
door is closed for Briar,
Oh,
as you guys take in your surroundings, the middle figure looks like a tiefling, steps forward and says, well, welcome, new adventurers. Well, I suppose I shouldn't call you that anymore, as you've done some very valuable work for Incipium. Do you have a name for your group that you prefer?
Oh no,
yes,
Kyle,
Bush
you're gonna
Viper.
pop this.
What'd you say?
I looked at Briar.
Bush Viper.
Bush Viper?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ah, well,
That's-
excellent.
That's the name of the of mine and Paisley's duo before we were partied with everybody else.
Cortez just raise an eyebrow as the name is shouted out. Be like, right, Bush Viper.
Oh, I guess we do have more party members now.
Yes,
Sounds like an innuendo.
it's in the works. How about that?
Fair enough, fair enough.
Because I'm the Bush and she's the Viper.
I almost forgot, but I think we did talk about this at some point. You were like joking about it or something.
But pardon me, I haven't introduced myself. I am Gaia Eklund, member of the local Fighters Guild and lady to Lord Eklund. And I believe the only person that would know who that is Briggan. Lord Eklund is the lord of the town. But the rest of you can infer.
Yeah.
Cortez gives a small nod. He is gonna start like doing like a small little like wrap around to get a better view of the room.
Okay.
I asked.
And he is very
Ulu,
cautious still.
Okay.
what's a lord?
I fell in line with him.
Do you ask what a lord is?
Yeah. I
Oh.
whisper it to Ulu.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I say to him, it's master of a region. This is his partner. I go on to say, they generally hold a bit of power themselves in the doings of their region, being a lady to the Lord.
I give a nod. And,
Up
stay
here,
back here.
you see the smaller man that's like kind of propped up on some barrels sitting there. I'm Pat, far less important than Gaia, but still in the Fighters Guild. This here is Blindy the Fourth. Beside him, you see the mini kind of looks like it, but instead of colored, it is completely pink flesh. And instead of like a shell, it just kind of has like a hard bumpy back. And it has like a sharp tooth mouth. And you can see like wide, completely white eyes. Gaia continues. Well, I can see some of you might be uncomfortable. I assure you, we don't mean any harm by this. We just needed some place to secretly talk with you all.
Cortez gives a small nod. He's gonna reach into his pocket and he's gonna pull out a sluice pipe and start smoking it while talking.
Okay.
The
Remind me what that does again.
It gives me a +1 item bonus to perception checks to sense motive.
Okay, cool.
oh,
Dope. So yeah, whenever you want to do that, just let me know.
Yep.
Before we continue, we do have some questions for you that, again, must remain secret between those in this room. And we need to be certain those answers are truthful.
Yes, the truth is very important.
Yes, exactly. Would any of you be willing to open your thoughts up to me while we ask some questions? It would just be surface level thoughts, and you could call it off at any point.
I turn to Briar.
I step forward.
Okay. I like the air with my tongue a little bit here. You'll find my friend here, even without protruding in thought, would you find him not really much of a liar? So I would recommend this guy.
Fair enough. And looks at you, Briar. She goes up to you. So, I will just ask that you don't resist. It shouldn't hurt whatsoever. If you want to call it off, just say anything, and I will cease doing this, okay?
As this is unfolding, how is Thorin acting specifically? Is he
Thorin?
nervous?
No, he seems acting as normal. He hasn't said anything, but he doesn't seem nervous or anything. He seems kind of just like leaning against the crates, kind of like
Okay.
average. As she says this, Briar, you do start feeling probing into your mind. Do you allow it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And she kind of claps her hands together.
And I
Great.
start screaming in pain.
We all draw a sword.
There's so much help.
I fall over unconscious.
Yeah.
Now, Briar, was it?
I give a nod.
What are your thoughts about the Crimson Knights in town?
The initial thought is those bastards.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't let that come out. But he does say that depends on your standpoint.
She smiles and says, I believe we have similar mindsets on this. But yes, we are of like thinking. She gives a look back at Pat, nods, and he nods back. Any more thoughts on the subject now that you know that we are in agreement?
What they've done to the forest around this place is unforgivable.
Nods. I don't know exactly what you speak of, but
When she says that, my mind flashes to the orb.
interesting. We will unpack that later.
Like hell you will. It's in my back.
All right. Then it seems you have more involvement than we originally thought. And if motions to the rest of you, if any of you want to chime in, feel free. I will just need the answer from Briar, but any of you are free to answer.
How are we to determine that you are not here just gathering information from them?
Well, if any of you have the spell for mind reading, we are more than open to
Cortez instantly looks at the spooky one. That seems like something you'd have.
My domains are more death and spooky, not, mind reading. Though I can screw with the mind a little bit.
That's not useful.
At this point, Thorin speaks up. You may have noticed we have not the best relationship with them either. These two, maybe not so apparent, but I think I can speak for everyone on our end saying we don't like them and we are not with them.
I lean forward a little bit closer on the table. My eyes are on him now. And what do you plan on doing about that?
Well, I'll let Gaia continue. Yes, that does lead us to question 2. If Briar and group, if you were given a reward, a just reward, would you be willing to take them out?
I mean,
Who's going to do it for free? It's all Cortez says and he takes another huff.
I shoot him a look. Cortez.
Yeah, I say I'm already kind of working on it, so sure.
Where? I turn around, I'm breaking.
I mean, I already sent someone to kill them all.
I wave both of them away. We work for pay and for getting stronger. I nod, throwing in my own personal one on the end there.
Cortez
as if
snorts.
We're getting stronger. I'm sure you can...
She's still reading my mind, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. My initial thought is the same as Cortez's. But what I say is, I think something can be arranged.
Excellent. Well, that's terrific. And question 3, last question. Are you able to take them out without involving the townspeople? The Crimson Knights are not above hurting randomly to keep others in line.
Cortez is going to dig in his backpack and pull out the schematic for the bomb he's been working out. Frown.
Damn it.
Right.
The words
I'm sure
nuke.
we can work something out. He just kind of rolls that back up.
We have already been making steps to avoid raising suspicion. We can continue those efforts to protect the people of the town.
I mean, some of them may start randomly dying here soon, but
Hopefully not that, Cortez.
Well, good. And, Briar, you feel the mental connection, break off.
I feel alone.
And she just says, well, I'm glad we're all aligned in this room. That makes things much more comfortable. Now that we have that out of the way. To details, we are willing to offer your group 300 gold per member you kill, plus an extra 700 gold upon killing the last member in town.
I want an airship.
For what?
One of these days, Kyle.
I don't believe that's within our power to grant.
Cortez starts daydreaming about an airship now.
Briar, what would you do? What would you do with an airship?
Travel.
Everything you love is on ground.
How do you even know what that is?
We see them during our travels. High up in
Do
the
we?
skies.
Do they exist in this world?
Briar, roll a D100, and if you roll a 5 or below, you will have seen one.
Come on.
Dude, that's close.
Damn, you're close.
God damn it.
Funny.
All right,
I've dreamt of them.
you've dreamt of them. You've dreamt of the
Shit.
flying machines.
A ship that can sail through the skies. Have I even seen a ship?
This is the closest you've ever been to the ocean.
So, like, the last 2 campaigns, I've been trying to get an airship.
One day.
One day.
So a total of 2,500 gold upon completion. In addition, I will pay for personally 10% of any item you procure from Elra's Arcane Emporium. Just tell her Gaia said you should upgrade your gear, and she'll know to knock down the price. She is also with us, but again, none of this leaves this room.
How many of the Fighters Guild is sided with the opposition?
I would care to guess that all of them would not be opposed, but the people in this room plus Elra are the only people in our group actively working against them.
It's just...
Does this sound acceptable to your group?
Cortez gives our shrug. As I said, I was gonna do it for free.
But the pay is always welcome on our travels, so
They almost killed me. I have a grudge.
they did. We just gotta make sure nobody else gets that close again. We'll proceed carefully and try and knock out as many as possible. How many would I know how many Crimson Knights there are?
Cortez, would you have given her that information?
Well, you
No.
can do quick maths.
No, but
Matt.
in this scenario, he won't
Make
get
girl
that
Matt.
information. You'll chime in. It
Well-
was 6, right?
It was...
Or 5. Let me count.
Yeah, it's... Let me make sure I'm giving you the right number. So there are 5 that are regularly out, but there is one more that doesn't leave the
Right.
headquarters.
The bell person.
The
right?
bell lady, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they do leave the headquarters.
You guys do know, but they don't wander around town like the rest of them.
There's like
Cortez will share that information.
Okay. So yeah, 6 in total, 5 that people regularly see.
oh fuck, that's like 1,800 gold.
Cortez nods slowly. Yes, it's quite a lot of gold.
I like shake his arm. I'm like, yes, for your grudge, we kill them.
Cortez raises an eyebrow. Yeah, for my grudge. You seem very excited suddenly.
I turn back to the lady. The excited, yes, because money equals power equals strength, and that's the goal. So I
You see as she smirks at that.
what will so you said there was, just to recap, there's somebody who will give us weapons at a cheaper price?
Elra's Arcane Emporium. She sells magical goods. It does include magical weapons. She might have to work with our local blacksmith, but yes, discounted magical goods.
Kyle, if you move your camera to like where our head position is, 1, this table is huge.
2,
2, none of us can see her.
Oh, damn.
I step on
Oh,
the
I
pumpkin
can.
a little bit. Yeah, I can see her.
I can see
No,
it, yeah.
no. If you move your camera to where your character's head is.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so, yeah. You're right, yeah.
She's hidden behind this pile of like dumplings or whatever this is.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute.
Top down, it looks much better.
Cortez is gonna kind of walk up to the table. He's gonna pull out a piece of paper, and he's gonna do like a rough crew like layout of the town, and he's gonna show the routes that he's like noted
Okay.
the Crimson Knights walking. He's gonna just like flip it around. Is this accurate?
Yes, and actually, we were gonna mention some of their movements. Just let's see. Before we get into specifics, I just wanted to again mention none of this information leaves this room. If you do have information for us that is necessary to bring to us, or you need more information from us, please talk to Thorin and he will arrange a meeting here.
Are they
And
suspicious at all that this is happening?
we have not made any moves against them, so at this point, no. But if they do become suspicious, or they do catch wind of what's happening, we will cut communications until the job is completed.
Cortez nods slowly. And why is your lord not involved with this?
He is, and that's why I'm involved with this group. The Crimson Knights have taken a more forceful approach with him, and that is why they have so much power in town. It's hard to say no to someone that can kill you in an instant.
Cortez shrugs. I do it all the time.
And you are braver than most.
Or dumber. I get told both.
Yeah. The Cortez is fun. But
He
the
nods appreciatively.
but so I hate to
Rex
ask.
is going crazy.
I'm sorry. Can you?
I
No.
know. I just hear her upstairs.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were catching it through my mic, but she's like, "Fast as fuck, boy. We're fast as fuck," and she's just like running. Hate to ask, but you wouldn't have any, say, like starting gold for us, would you?
Cortez raises an eyebrow.
Magical items, things to get the job done. We've seen some power behind these. It almost took my friend's life.
I mean, payment for the job we just did would be good. We were going to hold off until this meeting.
Oh yeah.
Well, Thorin, this is, that can be arranged. Why did you not turn it in for a reason, or?
Well,
Because we came here instead. Isn't that right?
it's more of a matter that we were concerned about the very conversation we're having of what side sits on what. And with the matter of the mission being directly connected to the ones that we have to deal with, it is, things are going to ramp up sooner than later.
Well, if that's the case, I'm sure, with Gaia's approval, we can, maybe pay for the mission without it being completed, as he does air quotes.
Nice.
Cortez nods. And then as it's all said and done, we can officially label it completed when the mess is cleaned up. Both sides will be happy.
Terrific. What mission was this, and what was the reason for not turning it in?
Cortez looks over to Briar. You want to explain it?
It was in regards to the animal attacks that has been happening.
Oh, interesting.
We found the source. We have put a stop to the source, not fully as to not raise suspicion, because we found that the Crimson Knights were involved.
Very interesting. Well, if that's true, it was 35 gold to track down the source, but
There will still be a few animals out and about that are still dangerous, as I said, to not raise suspicion. I pull out one of the mushrooms, or one of the apples.
mhm.
These are what's causing it.
Interesting.
And I take a bite.
What?
Kidding.
You're scaring.
Very hungry.
He just goes feral. It's like a zombie apocalypse now. Now we have to like take Cortez's gun and shoot him out back. Be like,
Oh no! Look at the flowers.
yeah.
But
On that glum note.
I say that this is the cause of it. We have left a couple out, as I said, to not raise suspicion. But we remove the source and no more will be created.
Well, if that's the case, I'm sure we can pay forward the payment for solving the issue, even though it's not technically solved just yet. And says, tomorrow morning I will bring 35 gold for completing the original quest to you all, plus an additional 75 for clearing the threat.
Nice.
That's not well enough.
Okay.
The matter of the issue is this is going to be part now of perhaps catching one of them off guard. They seem to be meeting with a old man creature thing, Cortez says with like uncertainty, that was guarding the tree when we had arrived.
It was just a man.
As a man,
Shrugs. He was a really strong man.
a suspicious little man with suspicious little balls.
Strong man.
Yep.
Cortez, they said that they met monthly, and they're about halfway through that.
So this is why we are waiting some time until they show back up, and then from there we're hoping to catch them off guard.
That'll be one head, I reckon.
That's very good to know. I don't believe we had that knowledge, but we can share some more of their regular movement with you all. And as you said, and Tristan, I know we didn't specifically talk about the movements, but she says they have 2-day shifts guarding the reward station. Then the 2 on guard during the shifts are also the ones who help guard the town if something happens. The others normally hang out at the warehouse while this is happening. They have enough supplies to last them throughout the week. Then on SAS, which is a day of the week, just so you guys know, they normally post one person at the reward station while the rest go out gathering food and drink for the warehouse for the next week, and they go out for a night of drinking. We believe this is when their group is most vulnerable.
You say that they go out to gather food and drink. Do they procure it from the stores around, or do they hunt for their food?
They procure it from the stores around. That is part of the agreement that we help with their food and drink.
Okay.
but they take 3 shifts during the week. Seuss and Mott is shift 1. Tus and Weiss is shift 2. And Threen and Fress is shift 3. For which one of them go out, it does seem random.
What was the second shift?
Tus and Weiss. It's days of the week.
Yeah, we know days of the week, Kyle.
Yeah.
Did you guys know I have different days of the week that sound very similar to the days of the week?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Campaign 3, I don't think we figured that out yet.
yeah, so I have a system where it's days of the week, but it's very similar to the normal days of the week. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, is there 7 days?
Yes, there are 7
Oh,
days
nice,
because
nice.
it's very similar to the days of the week. Even though I created these, they just sound very similar.
Yeah.
This is so educational.
Anyway,
I'm learning so much.
so yeah, they take shifts of 2, and then on SAS, they have one person posted, and the rest of them go out, get food, drink, and party.
Okay. I think I got that.
Well, this plus knowing that one of them is going out monthly, that we did not know before. Is there any other information you've gathered from them? There's much more you all know than we had originally thought.
I've been nosy. The Bell one. What do you know about them specifically? They seem to be almost isolated from the rest in some ways.
We haven't seen much of her. Seems to be the leader of the group. Can't say much more than that. When they first arrived in town, she swiftly killed multiple people, and pretty much took over from there. We used to have more people at the Fighters Guild, and when they were taken out, not really many people could stand up to them, so that's where we are now. But other than that, they generally just stay in the warehouse. They do not go along with the group when they gather food, drink, and party. Seems they could potentially be alone in the warehouse during that time.
Cortez nods a bit.
Do you know of any times when they leave the city? Any part of the members, not just...
Before you mentioned that their leader left on a monthly basis, no. They've grown comfortable here.
Do any of them seem less akin to assisting than others? Almost like they don't like what they're doing?
There's the drow fellow. He seems less willing to help out when they're needed, and generally asks for a reward afterwards. Same with the shorter fellow.
Cortez frowns. The halfling.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to be. He just shuts his mouth.
I think what my friend is trying to say is, do any of them seem like they don't like being a part of the Crimson Knights?
We haven't gotten involved with much of their members personally, so that I could not say.
Cortez kind of leans up against the books. Well, I think I got all the information I needed for now. And no bombs.
Don't worry. We'll find another use for your bombs.
There's always other uses for bombs.
The... hmm. Well, I think we ought to get to work then.
Yes, and if we can be of any help other than putting our faces out there, please do let us know. We would like this to succeed as much as anyone.
Cortez gives a nod. I am sure we will ensure that it succeeds.
Thank you.
Well then. Off to it. I give her another
Just stop. Can we
nod
just
and
leave, or is there like a thing we should do?
If you would like, you could just leave.
Cortez just nods.
You're making it less cool.
Yeah, Briar's just like at the table. Well,
Well,
as-
pat sneeze.
As Cortez is exiting, he will give one final glance, like around the corner almost, just
Okay.
to see their expressions and catch anything that might be off.
Yeah, roll perception. Plus
This is your
one.
time to do the thing.
It is. That would be a total of 24.
Oh, 24. Yeah, you see as Gaia, like, breathes a sigh of relief, and,
she wasn't caught lying to us.
looks at the other two and nods with a smile. Not,
We got away with it.
with that check, you can probably see that it's not a cocky
Crap.
smile. It is.
Yeah, okay. I
It is a genuinely like glad that went okay.
Okay,
They didn't catch on.
No, you're just
That
breathing
nosy fucking
seeds out.
gunslinger.
Kyle, can you remind me which building is the warehouse that they stay in?
This one.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought it was, but I wanted to just double check.
Mm-hmm.
Once he's out of there, Cortez is gonna cough a few times, like I hate smoking, and he puts the pipe.
Yeah, that's right. Don't smoke, kids. We don't endorse that. Okay.
Only snorting in this household.
Yeah, only cocaine. Right. Well, back into the tavern we go. And he just starts walking.
All right.
Yeah. Well, if I go around this way, I'm just gonna use this door.
Okay, it is locked.
Oh.
Damn, I'm gonna go to this door.
Okay, you can get in that way.
Yeah, the one that we left through.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
The
But
one
it
that
looks-
leads right to our staircase.
It's weird. We use the front doors
our
in this
door open?
family. Ah.
Did you close it on the way out?
Yeah.
Okay, then it would be closed.
Okay.
Ew.
Is the little guy up there right now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cortez is gonna walk up to him.
Hey, Mr. Gunman.
Hello. Do you still have your sword?
Yes,
And reaches behind the bar and pulls out. It was like a wooden sword, right?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
wooden
it was
practice
sword.
sword.
I have been practicing every day.
You know what goes well with a sword? A shield.
Jumps behind the counter. You hear a pop as he climbs back out. Sword in one hand, barrel lid on the other. Behind the counter, you see a whole bunch of just grains spill out onto the floor.
Impressive, impressive. That looks like quite a sturdy one.
You see as he poses up like heroic, looking off to the side, feathers waving in the wind, sword on chest.
You know what truly makes a great hero? Slaying a grand foe. Hit me with it.
Are you sure? I am pretty trained.
I believe it. I want to see it though.
All right.
Like 57 points of damage.
Yeah, Cortez just explodes.
Does a 3 hit?
No, but can I let it hit me anyway?
Yeah, you can.
Alright,
You, like,
Cortez
move in
lets it
front
hit
of
him.
So
it.
yeah, as he brings it down right onto like your oh, what's the collarbone? Brings
Uh-huh.
it right down onto your collarbone, and you're kind of wincing, thinking that there's gonna be pain, and it kind of just like tink.
Cortez just lets out a gasp. That was a damn good strike.
Yes, I have been practicing.
Cortez will throw him a silver and walk away. That's for hitting me. Keep practicing.
Oh my god, you get money for hitting people.
This is it. The next bandit lord has been made.
A bandit in the making. Oh my god.
Cortez will go up to the river with the others after that.
Okay.
Clearly amused.
I crawl up into my bed and I whip
I
open
double
my
check to make
book.
sure that that our metal or wooden cube or orb is still here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The bag that was like encased in wood has not been touched.
Okay. It's just what I wanted to double check.
Ulu, as you lay back in bed and open up your book, you see the words, look under your bed, written kind of sprawled, not in like nice penmanship, kind of just like across the page.
I sit up slowly. Yeah. Feeling like a little bit of like blood in my ears kind of deal. I get down on my knees and look under the bed.
Under the bed, you see even though it's encased in shadow from the bed, a shining chalice.
Whoa. I reach underneath and I grab it.
Okay.
I look in it and it is already full.
You have heard of this type of chalice in your order, though you weren't privy to using it. So you have an idea of how it's used, but have not used it yourself yet.
I look around and put it in my bag. I'm going to play with this later. Yeah. I return to the page in my like book. Text still there?
Did you close your book?
I did.
As you open it up, it is gone.
Okay. That's fine. I like rub my eyes for a second. It's been a weird day.
Cortez is gonna spend his time cleaning off his weapons, shaking his gun around, wondering why it always jams a little.
All right.
Hopefully not shooting a hole through the wall, you know, the normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Briar's gonna be fooling with that shield card that Ulu gave him.
Okay.
Yeah. But
But eventually I do sleep and stuff. We go the next day, I think.
Okay.
me too. This is like a little bit of twiddling thumbs or
Oh.
like messing in my book before I just like go to bed.
Like like as we're laying here, not knowing if everybody else is actually asleep or not, Briar does like ask like, Ulu, are you still awake?
I like turn towards him. Yeah. I like get to him, the edge of my bed here.
I start asking her a bit about the card, and I was like, the thing that you did for this, what was that?
I've learned some rituals. I flip back to the page in the back of my book where it instructed me how. I don't know if this is also still in there or if that disappears as well.
The ritual information is still there.
Yeah. So I flip back. I'm like at his side showing him. This is supposed to be a one-way communication. And somehow things keep finding me. And I'm like showing him. I don't know if he'll actually understand like how to do the rituals.
Specifically not. Your thing, you are not allowed to teach anyone else the ritual.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
Briar, as she's like showing you this, and it's like, yeah, so you know,
It's a blank
commonplace,
book.
you know, like commonly you would know this, and commonly you would know this, and you're just like blank faced student that's not good at math in a high level math class.
She's just like showing me the book, and for me, it's blank. I'm like,
Slowly,
yes.
I get closer to madness. Yeah. It catches up to me all the time. But
Not really paying attention to what she's saying about the ritual because it doesn't mean anything to me.
yeah.
I tell her, this reminds me of a story from the Druid Grove. Maybe when we're settled down a bit, I can share it with you guys.
I nod. I'm always curious of the time there. I don't remember it. And I'm very curious of your people. Oh, and I take out my chalice and I show him this too. Speaking of new things, maybe new tales, check out this new item. It's filled with a dark red liquid. When I tilt it, it doesn't spill a drop.
New tales? You mean new ales?
New ales? I take a testing sip. Yeah.
All right.
You feel rejuvenated because that's what that does.
You
Yeah,
explode.
healing. The book has misguided me. No.
What is this?
She goes feral. It's like a zombie movie where we have to take her out back.
I'm not looking at the powers again. Cortez has to do this way too much.
You're the only one with a gun, so it's like, you know.
So it's your job.
Yeah.
He just lives in Old Yeller 24/7 with his party members.
Yeah, but no, I eventually put it away after like playing with it, being like, ooh.
She does the whole like walks towards her bed, and doesn't spill anything. But like
Finger gun. Yeah. Yeah.
But
There'll be time for, as I'm like laying down in bed, I'll be like, there'll be time for tales and sharing.
There's never
Yes.
time.
It's just funny because like 3 sessions ago, I was like, "Oh, our next long rest. I need to talk to Ulu about this."
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long singular day. Yeah, let's go the fuck to sleep.
This one day has been 3 sessions, and each session is roughly 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Then you guys are all hunkering down to bed.
Yeah.
Briggan, are you sleeping in here or in your house?
Nope, I'm going back to my house.
Okay.
And get out of here.
I'm going, bitch.
Get out of my room.
I'll teleport you.
We're gonna get attacked by a fucking Hydra.
No.
It just gets raided.
No. We the zombies come back and come and get you.
Comfy bed log you have there.
Briggan,
He sleeps huddling on the log.
you settle down in your house, and drift into a deep slumber.
A stupor.
The slumberiest. What about
The
us,
next
Kyle?
moment,
Oh.
Briggan, you realize you're standing. Darkness all around, which is a very strange sensation for you, as you normally are able to see in darkness.
Knife at your side. Give me your money.
But you can barely see, like, your hand out in front of you. You feel a strange sensation as you kind of move your feet around. You now realize you're in ankle-deep water. As you try to move around more, you can feel what seems like shackles keeping you in place. You look around desperately, trying to figure out your surroundings, when you see a huge figure, face covered by black, greasy hair, coming out of the darkness in front of you. You see bony fingers reach out, surrounding you. Green skin, cracked and wrinkled. And as the hands close in on you, you hear a raspy cackle from behind the hair. And the next moment you wake up, covered in sweat, the morning light drifting in through your window.
You're confused because it's not your sweat.
Huh?
Well, shit.
Not so bright.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to turn down the exposure.
Oh my fucking god. Or there's just fucking lights on fire in your room.
You wake up the
Another
next
explosion
morning, the gods are angry.
No!
Alright,
I'm not angry.
I need to get that.
but the rest of you wake up. You all do have a full rest in.
Oh, let's go.
So if you guys want to do
How much
that,
health do we get back? How much health do we get back on our rest?
on a rest you get your Constitution modifier. Let me double check. Resting. Hit points equal to the Constitution modifier, multiplied by their level.
Multiplied by the level, so I gain 20 health back.
Woo!
Damn.
I gain 20 health back. Oh yeah, that's a lot of health back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is good.
Alright.
All right. Cortez will kind of swing out of bed, grab his bag on the side, and he's gonna start making a couple quick talismans. So that's what he's doing right off the bat.
Okay.
Yeah, and I swing off my bed and I just start whipping together a couple of potions.
Yeah, the crafters are just like out, new day.
I like slowly get out of bed and I'm like, yeah, morning people. And I just like curl up in a ball and I'm like reading my book for a couple of hours while they do whatever they're doing.
Alright.
I am gonna use a new ability of mine.
Ooh.
And his house lights on fire.
Ah!
Called Restoring Blood.
Okay.
So, my body can process an alternative to your venom that heals wounds. I can use my Envenom action to produce a blood restorative instead of Vishkanyan venom. And I can make a blood restorative at most once per 10 minutes. And I can use it to heal me or an adjacent creature, to consume the restorative to regain 3 to 6 hit points. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna do that until I'm full health. Since it doesn't, it's not like a once per day thing or anything. It's just a once per every minute, or every 10 minutes.
Okay, I'll allow it for now, and we'll talk about it later,
Oh, okay.
because I don't know enough about that. But yeah,
Well, neither the envenom action, which is what it's based off of,
mhm.
or the restoring blood says it's like limited. Oh, never mind. Envenom does say once per day.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll just do that. I'll roll the 3d6. I didn't see that. That's a very small text. So.
It's so. Hit me again with that. It's your Constitution plus what?
Times your level.
Times your level.
Okay.
So 5 times
Okay.
whatever your constitution is.
Okay, so 5 times 2.
Can I say I did that before I went to bed?
Sure, if you knew that you were going to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Restored.
You know, we could also just take a day or two, Levi.
Yeah, you guys do have a lot of information to go over. If you guys do want to take a few days to plan out your next step, you can do that.
Yeah,
Not saying you have to or not.
we could do more scouting in addition to Cortez's information, and we can, yeah. There's plenty of stuff we could do in the downtime.
Yeah. While we are doing the downtime, I'm gonna try to keep an ear open to see if there's any disturbances with the Crimson Knights, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See if my my statue buddy
Mm-hmm.
started his operation yet.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
once
gonna-
Cortez. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm heading over to Brigand's because he's all the way over there, so he can't communicate this information. Come, everybody, to the crypt. Da-da.
What kind of crypt?
Okay. Yeah, Cortez will follow, scratching the back of his head.
Sorry. Let's regroup.
In the morning, does the little rat dude meet us?
Oh yeah. In the morning, Thorin does bring you guys your gold. So you have an extra. I think that's 110.
110. Yeah. Does he just give it to us in a single bag?
He does give it to you in a 35 gold and 75 gold. Seems like he had them prepared beforehand.
Okay, but it's a single bag, is what I'm saying, or
Two-
like a single bag of each.
The single bag of
No.
each, yeah.
Okay, I just put them all with my stuff for the time being.
Okay.
How much is platinum? Is it 10 gold per plat?
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Making sure.
So I just grab it all as I'm heading over.
All right.
And then I guess we head over to the crypt.
Okay.
I'll just say Cortez is still affixing his talismans as we're walking.
Oh, I thought you guys were all done.
Well, he's got to make them and then he has to affix them. I have to do it. It's a two-step process. It's quicker, but it still takes a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, you guys do eventually gather, and I'll say, Cortez, you can have that process completely done by the time you get there.
Cool.
Yeah. What are your guys' next steps?
Cortez will do kind of a scan around. Are we being watched again?
Uh,
I'll roll my perception. Ooh,
Yeah.
a second this time. That would only be a 14. Yeah, 14.
Yeah, you look around. You don't see anyone in the immediate vicinity, but you do look at the reward station. You see the same two people that were there last night.
And can you remind me which two were those?
You see Zelthar. You have his name
there.
and
Yeah.
the drow. And then you see a person that you don't have the name of, but they seem, let's see, more of like the martial-y type.
Okay, got it. With that, Cortez will look back at the group. I intend to offer a drink to the drow fellow. I am going to gather information merchant style.
Okay. The. I don't know don't know what approach I want to take yet for how to do this. What else is around the warehouse?
You haven't really scouted out that area, so
Yeah.
you don't know too much about it.
I might just go dilly-dally over there for a bit, just to kind of see what's going on with it. Yeah.
Cortez will give a slow nod. Just try to be discreet.
Yes.
Um,
It'll be very casual.
so I was looking at some of the new elixirs that I can craft now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's called Hippogriff in a jar.
It,
What?
is it?
This bottle contains a shrunken hippogriff.
Wow, it really is.
Where did you get that?
I'm just looking at alchemical consumables.
Oh.
And,
I thought you meant you were looking through your alchemical consumables.
no. I was just like, since I'm level 5, I can make level 5 or lower common items. This is considered a common item.
Yeah, it's common. Don't you know? Everyone has a hippogriff in a bottle.
And when you activate it, the large effigy of a hippogriff appears, waits for 1 round, and allows 2 creatures to mount it, and then flies, and then waits for like another command.
What? It's
Weird.
just like transportation? No, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean, it's
I would
not like
like
a
a hippogriff
fast
in a jar.
transportation. Like if you're in the midst of battle, it's not a way to get away, but it is.
Well, it only has 1 round of flight.
Oh, okay. So it's like if you're trying to cross a bridge that's
Yeah,
been
you can
gone.
fly 65 feet with 2 people.
Interesting.
But you have to have a hippogriff corpse to be able to do things.
Oh yeah, that common
Can you-
item.
But I'm just like looking at it, and I was just like, hippogriff in a jar. What the
Do you-
shit?
Okay, I hate to ask this, but after you use the spell, do you get a hippogriff corpse so you can just like recycle, or like?
It dissolves.
Oh, okay.
No.
Damn. We're going
Yeah.
on an adventure where we're only hunting hippogriffs.
Yeah.
I just
to
need, I
create
just need a
this.
stockpile. I just need a couple. Yeah, I just saw that. I really wanted to share it because it's weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
But I'm gonna go with Ulu.
Oh. Okay.
Not necessarily going with you, but going to the same place. I have a different objective in mind.
Okay. If my cover is blown, I'm doing my bit. So I'm gonna bust out a deck of cards, fortune teller style. So, if you do roll with me and get caught in that, you're my magic apprentice. Got it?
And then just letting you guys know, the day of the week is Fress. Right
Okay. Poof.
And it's press already.
now. All right. So yeah, Ulu and Briar, you guys are casually going around the warehouse. Brigand, you said you wanted to keep your ear open for any signs of the Crimson Knights being mauled by a stone vulture.
Yeah.
And
And
then
while I'm going, tree.
very inconspicuous.
Do I know any method or something to empower, like permanently empower the vulture?
Do you?
I don't know. Want to roll for that?
Do you?
I mean, like, unless you have like a spell or something, you don't innately know, because it's just all you know about it is you picked up a skull of this creature and you know that it's going to reform in roughly 4 days.
How long has it been since I gave it to him?
It's been
It's been
4 days.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe, is there like a... Is there a book or something that I could find out more about them? The Stone Witchers?
Um,
Library?
Yeah,
Something.
it's in Paisley's possession.
What is?
A book with a lot of information about creatures.
Oh, yep. I'm your guy.
Oh,
Too bad you can't read it
why can't I read it?
because the text disappears.
roll. What would that be? Society to see if you know about anything in town.
Oh, yeah.
He's
no.
rolling a society check. You're ready for the nat 1. Damn.
22.
22. You know there's not any like libraries in town, but the Fighters Guild seems to have some knowledge of creatures in the area, so they might have some information.
Alright. While keeping my ear out, because I'm sure it would be a big disturbance, so everyone would be talking about it or something. I'm gonna go to the Fighters Guild to do some
Okay.
research. But
And then Cortez.
Yep. So Cortez is gonna start walking down the main road. He's super casual about it. He's fucking with his gun like he always does. And then when he starts kind of like moving up, he'll look up and let out like a sigh and kind of walk over to the two fellas.
And you see they're there. They do look pretty tired. It looks like they themselves, or like at least the drow looks like they just woke up. The other one seems to be leaning there, kind of tipping their stool back and forth, and acknowledges you coming up.
Cortez will look between the two and look at the drow. Man, it looks like you've looking a little rough. You need a drink?
I could always use a drink.
Well, how about we go get one and we bring one back to your friend here in a little bit? How's that sound? I've been needing one myself. It's been a long couple days.
Squints at you.
Cortez just shrugs casually.
Oh man, I forget what the... What's your passive deception, or if you want to make a deception roll?
Oh gosh, deception is not very good. I will make a roll, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're not super being deceiving, so whatever
I'm not
angle you're
lying.
trying to take.
I'm just trying to get him to come get a drink. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. Like, I'm not trying to trick him or anything.
Yeah,
like,
Make
then,
an impression.
Do a persuasion. Oh, what?
okay, if it's or
Make an
diplomacy,
impression.
if it's diplomacy, that
you
would be a
can
25.
attempt to make an impression. I think that's normally like when you first meet someone, but
Nope. It's specifically just in conversation with them for a minute. You can attempt to improve their
Yeah, I'm
moods
reading
for
it
you.
right now. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
that
I
might
don't
be
see
something
why
like
wouldn't do that.
while you're having a drink with him.
I'm about to say, but 25 for the diplomacy.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, he squints at you. Then it's just like, a morning drink will do me well. Looks at the other one. If that's all
Going
right
for
with you,
brunch.
Kaylin. And she kind of squints real hard.
It's bright out.
If you, as long as you bring one back.
maybe even 2. Cortez kind of lifts a finger.
You see a half smile. Sounds good.
Cortez
I
nods.
expect 2.
As it be. And he'll start kind of leading the way. And you keep
Alright.
fucking with this gun as walking.
Yeah, and you see Zelthar kind of catches up quickly and walks side by side with you rather than following you.
So, how's the protecting been going the last few days? You look tired.
It's getting close to the end of the shift. I've pulled
Man.
2 so far.
Oh, is that so? To kind of like prodding him to keep going.
I pulled the short straw and got 2 shifts in a row, so...
Oh, you guys do a straw system?
Yes. Isn't that how all things are decided?
Well, no. Usually it's supposed to be more split evenly, so everyone gets a fair share.
I thought
That's how
Cortez
I
was
do
gonna
it.
just be like, I like mine a little bit more aggressive as he spins the barrel of his revolver.
Well, in the Crimson Knights, that's how we decide things.
That's fair enough. Who am I to judge on that matter? I mean, do you like your work? I mean, obviously you have a good gig going here, keeping the town safe and all that.
Yes, and it pays very well.
Cortez nods approvingly. Pay is always good, after all. And Cortez will walk in and be like, 2 drinks!
And you see Fig behind the bar, practicing his sword and shield swings, knocking over a thing of grain, while Mirabelle comes up to the barn. Oh, hello.
How
Of course.
about something nicer, too, for my companion here?
Top shelf.
Of course.
Pulls down some like wine from the top shelf. Damn. Okay. Just letting you know it is a gold piece.
Cortez nods. I think it's only fitting for the protector of our town, don't you?
Yes, of course. Here you go, and slides both of you a glass of wine.
Cortez gives him a smile and raises the glass as a cheers.
He takes it, half cheers with you, and begins chugging the wine.
It's been crazy with all the animals recently. I mean, I've never seen them be so aggressive before.
Yes, well, it's good thing that you have us here.
I'm
kind of
certainly
like
not.
getting the last few drops out of the glass.
I'm certainly not disagreeing with those matters by any means. It's just, I've never seen something like that before. I mean, did you see those boars recently? They seem to be more keen to climb and gouge anything they can get.
Yes, it's dangerous work, but we get it done.
Cortez nods. What'd you do before you were the protectors of this town?
Roll another diplomacy check.
So with that, that would be a 16.
You see a slight hesitation as he begins talking. Our group went here and there, protecting, gathering, taking.
Cortez nods a little bit. To do what you must, right?
Exactly.
Survival is important. I
This is
understand that.
definitely the best gig we've gotten, but we have survived in the past.
Cortez will kind of lean, like, on the table and, like, swig his drink around a little bit. Did you know that back where I come from, the Merchants Guild hired guards and caravanners of the sort for an impressive amount of platinum?
Interesting.
And quite, right? I mean, not to say your gig isn't good here, but there's always the consideration of something more. I mean, do you want to be in this kind of looks around a little bit, run down town forever? Not to say your loyalty isn't of something to be more enjoyed. It's just, looking out for oneself to another.
Yeah, and as he's talking, he motions for another glass, and takes
Cortez
in,
will put another gold down.
yeah. He brings it up and talks while he's kind of like swirling it. I mean, I do have some higher aspirations. That being said, what the leader wants, the leader gets.
Cortez nods, and he'll
Drinks
pull
a
out
bit
pulls out his piece of paper, and he'll write his family's name down, and then kind of slide it. But what if you were having a way to make more and find a better leader?
Cortez's family?
He looks at it and kind of nods and says,
Well, if a family such as that were to make an offer I couldn't refuse, obviously the leader would understand.
Quite understanding indeed. I mean, and even if they didn't, gold talks more dividends than a mouth ever could.
Exactly. Someone gets it.
Well, how much do you make now? Come, be truthful now. We're talking gold to gold.
Of course.
motions for another drink. You
Cortez
can
grows just slightly and puts another gold down.
and start sipping on that. You can tell he's getting a little rosy under the eyes.
I mean, he keeps slamming it. He's enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well, we don't get paid so much in the sense of a paycheck. It's more of like we get to live, we get to power over those of people in this town. It's a pretty good gig.
I mean,
Don't
it's
have
an okay gig.
don't have much of gold in reserve.
But imagine this. In the finer cities and towns of the land, working under a week or two of caravan journeying, but only to find those silken sheets under your body, and maybe a lovely companion as you spend your platinum to platinum, not just gold. Doesn't that sound enjoyable?
That does sound quite enjoyable. Maybe if there was a caravan leaving town, I would perhaps join them if I was paid well.
It is always a little bit more than that. You know, putting your name out there to my family puts a bit of risk on my shoulder too, and risk to
Your
go very-
family?
I told you it was part of my family. I can put a word in for you. Only if you're willing, of course.
Looks at you, studies you.
Hmm.
At this point, I would like you to make an impression,
Got it.
Oh.
Hey.
and that is versus what of his?
Let me
Make
pull
an
it up
impression
again.
is versus their will DC,
Okay.
Yep.
which may
So-
be impaired.
Yeah.
That will be a total of a 27. So
27. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, kind of just looks at you.
I like you. You're not like those other guys. You know how money talks.
Cortez nods.
He
A
is,
merchant always does.
he is like slightly spilling his drink. You can tell he cannot hold his liquor. As he like takes another sip, a lot of it's like just kind of spilling down his cheek.
Okay.
Yes, I would say, if you were to put in a good name for me, then yeah, that sounds like a pretty good gig.
Alright. So as it be, just continue as you're doing, but when time comes and perhaps you look the other way, how's that sound? You know, you don't want to get involved with matters that would ruin your opportunity after all.
He gives you a very knowing smile.
Cortez nods. And he will slide him 5 gold.
And he takes it, pockets it, and says,
That does sound very intriguing.
Indeed. Well, as it be though, I do believe it's time to bring your companion back a drink, and you probably will be getting some sleep soon, yes?
Yes, I only have one more day of guarding, so
chugs the rest of what he has in his glass and stands up, slightly wobbled.
Cortez
And-
will order the extra drinks for his friend and hand them over. Of
Okay.
course, to keep my promise.
Before
One to go.
before he takes them, he puts a hand on your shoulder, and like gets real close as if he's whispering in your ear, but does not whisper whatsoever. I'm glad we came to an agreement. And
Cortez just nods at him. Me too.
takes the 2 glasses and walks out.
After he's like long gone, Cortez just got to let out a sigh. That was fun.
You see his Mirabelle's standing there like wide-eyed, like kind of nods, hands back like 3 gold.
Cortez raised an eyebrow. I mean, I did pay for the goods, are you sure?
Yes, fine wine. Puts it as they're putting it back. And then like looks back at you. Does not taste much different from normal wine, so we charge them high price.
Cortez chuckles a little bit. Of course. It's always a pleasure.
It is.
And he will swivel off his chair, step down, and he'll kind of just do like a roaming patrol for a bit. He can
Okay.
jump to the others.
All right. So yeah, as you come out, you do see Zelithar like a ways down the road, stumbling, 2 glasses of wine, trying to keep them both
It'd be a
balanced.
bare miracle if they make it.
Yeah. But eventually they do make it with half the wine spilt. And then as you're doing that, I will swap over to who wants to go next.
Levi.
Levi.
I wonder if it counts if we make them just like leave town.
Brigand.
Die. Yeah.
You are standing in front of the Fighters Guild building. And if you are talking, we cannot hear you.
No.
Guys, I'm gonna step away and go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Do you enter the building, or are you doing any, like, other things first?
No, I just entered the building.
Okay. As you do enter, I will have to move a couple people, because I haven't moved them yet.
How dare you? Supposed to be on top of this. Come on, Kyle.
I know. I'm a good GM, I promise. Inside, you do see Gaia Eklund. That's kind of just like leaning against the counter. You see Pat with Blindy the Fourth on like the other side of the room. You also see 4 other people in this room. One of them seems to be heavily armored. Let me pull up their stuff. Okay. Yeah, you see a heavily armored dwarf. You see a halfling that is sitting at the front desk, or like the back desk, I guess. You see an elven fellow who seems to be kind of like in robes. And you see another elven fellow in like leathers and bow and arrow. As you walk in, you can see visually Pat is trying to avoid eye contact, not even like looking in your general direction, like, oh, look, a wall. Gaia is a little bit more
Natural.
a little more natural, and is just like nods as you come in.
Handy, which is currently like gripping onto my belt, like
Mhm.
crawls up on my shoulder and waves at everyone.
Cool. You hear a chuckle from a few of them, and the like magical, like robed fellow, just is like, that's a pretty good trick.
Thanks. It took hours and hours of some practice.
You see Pat's kind of like eyeing from the side, but again, still trying not to make eye contact, but he's intrigued.
Who
The
do I-
halfling at the back just says, welcome in, welcome in. If you have anything guild related, bring it here. Otherwise, stop messing with my members.
Well, I don't know if it's guild related, but I was specifically looking for some books about stone vultures.
Stone vultures. And turns around and starts looking at the bookcase behind them, but continues talking while they're looking. And why such an interest? There's not too many of those around, but we do have some back in our, I guess, old but coming back training ground.
I'm doing some experiments on some enhancing some of my summonable creatures. Stone vultures are summonable, right? Maybe I should check. I mean, what type of...
As far as I know, they're just they're creatures. I don't know if you can summon them, but I don't know too much about
Going with it.
me myself.
I know
doesn't
that I
know
don't have
much
the
about
proper
himself.
summon.
Oh well,
Yeah, I'm looking to make some of my summons stronger, so...
intriguing.
building up some...
Continues looking through and puts out a book. So yeah, we have done quite a bit of research. We have a cave in the Mosswoods that we used to have our new recruits going through.
Hey, I'm back.
Hello.
Hello.
If you have any interest in joining the Fighters Guild, just put in an application. But beside the point, we put our new recruits through this cave, have them fight some stone vultures, and if we deem them ready, we invite them into the guild. So yeah, we've done quite a bit of research. Is there anything specific, or did you just want to look through?
just specifically to enhance or evolve them.
Enhance or evolve creatures. Well, our local creature expert is Pat. Pat! And you see Pat's like, what? And comes over, still trying to avoid eye contact with you. Yes, Thalia. What'd you want? God, you're weird. Pat, what's your name? Motions to you.
Brigand?
Brigand here is looking to enhance their summons and is looking for any way of enhancing stone vultures. I believe having creatures under your control is in your purview, so if you have any ideas about this, enhancing creatures, please, if you could. And Pat is just like, well, most of my knowledge comes for getting creatures to help along the way. I wouldn't say it makes them much stronger, but I have noticed if you have a creature just along with you for an extended amount of time, similar to adventurers, they just generally become stronger over time if they really focus on getting stronger, versus when they're in the wild, they don't seem to be focusing on getting stronger, just living how they normally do. So that's why you don't see a whole lot of creatures outside of their power range. You know, certain creatures are very powerful, other creatures are normally really weak. But us people, they could either be really weak or really strong. So that's the difference, is training, kind of. If that helps at all.
A little bit. Is there any like specific materials that's here? I did not think this through before doing this. This is very much spur of the moment.
If you're trying to get more information about having one of your summons, like helping them in combat situations, you can look at some summoner abilities. We don't have any summoners in town, but I know they generally use their spells to improve their summons rather than aiding them in other ways.
Right. I was thinking about making one. I had heard about the cave you guys had, and for some reason I just really like the stone vultures, so I was hoping to make it a familiar, but they seem rather weak, so I was trying to make it a more robust creature. Is that a thing summers do? I don't know.
Your hand frowns.
Hey, whoa. You're awesome, Handy. I just...
The
more of a
hands
spell delivery.
grip tightens on you.
Just choking you out.
Pat continues. Well, if you did have a way of making it familiar, then yeah, there would be some ways. It does take quite a bit of research I haven't done, but if you look into it, I'm sure you can find there are definite ways to improve a familiar over time, by adding different abilities to it. So yeah, that is definitely possible. Not within my realm, but definitely possible. You can see a gleam of like, interesting. Hadn't thought of that. So yeah, if you had a way of making one a familiar, I'm sure just being a familiar and getting more comfortable with it and learning about it as your familiar, you could probably help it along.
Okay, I'll do some more research, and if I find anything, I'll share my results with you.
Oh, terrific. And if you have any more creature-specific questions, points at his head, got it all locked up in here. So, yeah.
Okay. I'll start. Thank you for all the help, and I'll start walking out. And as I do, Handy will like turn around on my shoulder and do like a flirty hand wave thing to Pat, and while I'm walking out.
You see as he diverts his attention. Oh, look, the ceiling.
Alright. Well, the whole thought process behind that was the thing is pretty weak, and if I want him to kill a substantial number of Crimson Knights, it's probably not going to be a thing, and if it can kill as many as possible before we have to, assert ourselves, it's better for us.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that was an actual thing in Pathfinder, so...
Yeah, at this point in time, you don't have any knowledge of any specific things, but I will help you look into, see if there's any like potions or anything you could also do for that.
Okay. Well, that concludes my thing, I think.
Alright. So yeah, as you leave, I will swap over to Ulu and Briar. All right, where are you guys heading?
There are
Heading
two
towards-
trees in front of the warehouse.
You're like, who put them there?
I am there to talk to the trees.
Okay.
Where's the white warehouse again? Oop, thank you. I did not move over there yet.
Yeah, and then Dakota's right
Uh,
here.
Phew.
Okay. So yeah, as you guys walk down this way, Ulu, as you're looking around, you do pass a few. It seems like this section of the city is like the
Houses?
the residential section. You do
Okay.
see a nicer house that kind of stands out from the rest. Not like robustly so, but it's definitely nicer built than the rest. Maybe just newer.
Okay.
And as you guys are standing next to that tree, you do see some like miscolored smoke coming from this chimney. But
Oh.
I think that would be the only thing that would stand out to you guys out of the ordinary.
Point at the smoke. What do you think he's? Can I determine maybe like is there any strange scent or anything?
Yeah, roll a perception. I'll give you a plus to this just because.
It's an 11 without the plus.
Okay. It's
I
somewhat
don't know
familiar.
if it's worth a hero point.
Is it?
Okay, I'll hero point it.
Okay.
Hero poured it. Yeah.
Hero points are a bait. I'm telling you. Every time I've used a hero point, it's been lower than my already crap roll.
Wow.
No, it smells nothing.
Yeah. You have
Guess
half a
what you were
second.
about to tell me.
Yeah, you have half a second of like. That seems familiar, but it's gone.
Then you have a fucking stroke.
I smell almonds.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna walk around shuffling my cards. I was trying to get an idea of what's like surrounds the warehouse since I haven't
Well,
been
there's
in
this
this
place
part.
with strange smoke. That's one thing that surrounds this warehouse.
Yeah, if you want to do more patrolling around, you can if you want.
Okay.
Um,
Why is this smoke strange? Did I miss something?
It's miscolored. Like
Oh.
the smoke is normally almost translucent.
white or gray. Or...
Yeah, white or gray, but mainly translucent. This is like kind of like slight green tinge to it.
Oh. Can I roll for it?
Sure. Yeah.
What type of is this like a perception? Just general perception or okay.
Well, Dakota, it was a perception. If you believe you have a skill that would be better for this, then you can try to make the case, but it would be a perception.
Nature.
You could also do a nature.
Wow.
You rolled a 1 and a
My
3.
my first one was an 8.
Or maybe like
Oh, no, it was 8
survival?
with my. With
Yeah,
my,
it was a 3.
Yeah, it was
Well-
plus 8.
I have survival too if that's like more like fire related, but both of them are +8, so it doesn't actually matter too much.
Still,
But
wow.
you 18.
18. You do smell it, and you're like, oh, weird. I don't know why Brigand didn't pick up on this, but it does sound or smell similar to when Briar is making their potions in the morning.
Oh.
You know,
Oh.
lore herbalism.
Jacko, your time is over. But I pull him aside. I'm assuming you start talking to your tree or something.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. But I'm like, somebody also must be a potion master. I like do a little head nod towards their house.
Nope, never smelt that potion before in my life.
Is this house over here abandoned? I see it's all busted up.
Yeah. Walking through town, you guys do know this town seems to have been built on the ruins of a different town.
Of an ancient burial ground.
I go right in.
Yeah. It is an abandoned house. It has not been rebuilt at this point. But the architecture of this town is a lot of the houses seem to have been like an older house that have been rebuilt.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Anyway,
Do you say that over here? I shout out. No.
you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the tree.
Oh, right. Should have guessed it. I'm testing. Can I crawl up here? Bam. Bam.
Sure.
I laid.
So Ulu's playing around in the jungle gym.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Maybe I could like look through that slit.
Oh yeah, you can crawl up there and look through that.
If anybody asks, I'm a new home buyer.
As you're laying down looking through
Okay.
I'm
Wait,
just checking the airflow.
Pretty good.
The
Pretty
best part
good.
about that is that's actually like relevant to my no idea.
Oh. I like pop up and walk along the Briar. This place is mostly intact. I hop down.
Briar, you won't believe it. It has terrific airflow. Anyway, what are you guys actually doing?
I am. This is my way of looking for a place to post. I'm gonna keep on perusing around, but yeah, I'm like checking with Briar. I'm gonna be like head nod to the right. I'm just gonna be around.
Okay. So you split off to start kind of just poking around to different places. Briar.
Yeah. So I go to this tree and noticing all of the destroyed buildings around.
Mm-hmm.
I walk up to the tree and I'm like, "Hi, you don't know me, but I'm new to town."
It's like a real nice guy conversation.
And he's just like, "What the fuck? This dude's talking to me." I approach a tree and I put my hand up on the tree and I say, I am a friend of the forest and I'm wondering if you can tell me what happened to this land. Why are these buildings destroyed?
These buildings were destroyed before my time, but I can say that they have been long, long gone.
Okay. Are there any of your brethren around that may know what happened?
We do not converse. I'm just actually looking around right now.
Actually, probably this tree.
Yeah.
The giant tree in the center of town.
Yeah. It may be a question for the center route.
I give him a nod and so I give a little like indication towards across the street. And are they treating you well? I say, rubbing his bark.
No one has treated me. I am one of the lucky ones that were not used in the construction of this new town.
I will see to it that that does not happen, at least while I am here.
Thank you.
And I nod and make my way to, I make my way towards this, towards the big tree, or the center route.
Okay.
But while I'm going, can I find a place that is, maybe in charge of the, like, reconstruction of the town, or building of new parts, or anything like that?
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's, like, this area.
roll society.
Society. 16.
Okay. From your short time in town, some things you've gathered is there's not like a central like construction company. There's a mason and a carpenter, and so like those two would probably be the two getting together to build, but they are two separate people and two separate buildings.
Okay. So I guess I would go to the...
There's also the log mill.
Yeah, I don't need that.
That's the guys that you just did the mission for.
Wait. Who we just did the mission for?
Yeah, the people at the log mill are the people that put out the post that said that there's strange creatures in the forest that are keeping them from doing their job.
Yeah. I don't care about them. They're deforesting. The carpenter's good, because he's already using stuff that's already been deforested.
Mm-hmm.
So I find the carpenters.
Okay.
Great.
So yeah, you do know the carpenter. He's over here. Alright. So while you're walking over there, Ulu. So you're casing around.
Yeah.
So you found another destroyed building.
Yeah, I was checking it out. My plan is actually a bust. One of the ideas I had in mind. Kind of a bust if these are all residential, so that's kind of tricky for me.
Yeah. As you go around, the houses like right along the street do seem residential. There is this building that has the weird smoke. And then if like you go around more, you do see that there's a mason right here. And then if you walked up further down the street, there does seem to be another ruin at the top of the path.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things that would be in the general area that you would see.
Okay. This just kind of gives me an idea, I suppose. The one with the mysterious smoke, is there any, like, building, or, like, any signs out front, or is he just a home, too?
I would say that there's no signs, but I will have you roll a society check as well.
Oh, okay. Okay. My society is a...
Society.
Wait, it's a +7. So, 19. Or wait, no. What's 7? 7. Thanks.
24. That's very good. So, you smell this like medicinal smoke. You have also heard that there is a healer in town. So you put 2 and 2 together, and this is probably the place that they at least craft their healing supplies.
We were just talking about a healer this morning. But I do not need a healer, so I leave.
Okay.
Yeah, but I am going to, on my way walking back this way, did I see Briar again? Where did he go? I guess I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I would say Briar took off pretty early while you were still looking around, like over here.
Okay.
Because he only had like at most a minute conversation with that tree.
Yeah. I am going to.
As you do come back, I will say that you run into Cortez.
Oh. Hello.
He kind of like turns for a second, like almost alarmed because he's just like zoning out. Huh? Oh. Yes. Hey.
He went like full NPC after having that conversation. He's just like waiting to be eat on, I guess.
He does raise an eyebrow. Is your day going well, I assume?
I shrug. I was hoping, you know what? I'll tell you later. I bust out a tapestry. A little blanket.
He just blinks. Very well.
And I sit down with my cards and I'm like, you had a plan, it sucked, and also won't work because of the environment, so, yeah.
Have you considered a new plan then? You know it's important to always have backup plans when things fail.
I prefer not failing.
Yes, but failure is bound to happen.
And this is true, but I also know I have you guys now, so yeah, perhaps.
You should pick up a crafting hobby. It really teaches about failure quite a bit. You could make weapons.
Well,
ooh, you could be a blacksmith.
I look down at my small, scaly hands. You think so?
Yes, I once saw this very tiny man. I think he was a gnome, and he was a great blacksmith. It doesn't matter your size. Come, we'll go to the blacksmith. We can talk about it right now.
I'm like...
He is walking towards the blacksmith. He has no idea if you're actually following or not.
I pick up my tapestry. Look, I've never made a weapon in my life.
Right, but there's always opportunity to learn.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I don't even remember what the blacksmith is. Oh, there it is.
I like scratch the back of my head. I guess I can. The folks back home would also say something along those lines. I don't necessarily know about crafting, but like...
Right, but imagine it. You could make all sorts of things. You could make spears and shields and swords, you know, the things that you people like to use because for some reason you want to be in the enemy's face. It's all good stuff.
I'm more of a be given weapons kind of guy. Like falling out of my book weapons kind of guy. Oh, and I pull out my chalice and I like spin it around between my fingers. Like
day
this.
Drinking?
I like
That's
sniff
the guy
at him.
who was day drinking.
I like sniff at him and I'm like, more?
More day drinking? Is that what you've been doing all day? Because I'm not going to judge you, but you really should get some help if that's true.
I just like face palm. No. I've been scouting, I told you.
Oh, wow, day drinking. That's very cool.
No. No.
Maybe that's why you failed.
I put my chalice back. Look,
He looks over.
I've been doing good work.
Mhm, mhm.
Except for it didn't work. So I hope you have a plan.
I always have plans.
I nod. You know, this might be why you're good to have around.
Right. And this is why you're going to learn how to be a blacksmith. This is totally part of the plan. You can trust me. He's walking towards the forge even more.
Oh god. Oh god.
Are these people actually around Cut?
Yeah, so as you guys approach, you do hear the metal panging and like the bellows blowing into the forge. You see the backs of two people, a red dragon folk, I believe that's the Pathfinder term, and the back of like an elven person.
Cortez will put a hand onto Ulu's like shoulder and just whisper, "Make friends. Act like you can." And then Cortez just walks away.
Oh. I hope this is a part of your plan.
He's already gone.
I smooth my my lattice armor here with all my little like trinkets. Fellas, you you did good. You do good work around here. Here to share a thing or two. I guess I'm doing this now.
As you talk out to them, you see the red dragonborn turn around, soot-covered face, you see that he's not wearing any sort of gloves, even though he's dipping into this very hot,
Whoa.
like coals,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like brushes off his hands. Sparks kind of fly a little bit, and it says, well, welcome to the Forge of the Anvil.
Did you just make that up now?
No, I didn't. I just had to look it up. Reaches a hand out and says, Durn Iron Forge. Pleasure to meet you.
I take his hand warmly.
And it is very warm.
Oh. Yeah, I like, ooh, like flick my hand a little bit. Ulu Grave Tapper. You look like an expert of your field. I've been meaning to pick up the craft.
Well,
I
excellent. Good to always have another hand. What are you looking into?
The basics. I'll watch you work for a day, and then perhaps I return. And test my own merit.
Good enough. And kind of like motions over to the elven boy over there, and says, I do have an apprentice right here, so I do tend to explain what I'm doing anyway, so I'm sure you will learn quite a bit. Larm, please introduce yourself. And the boy turns and is just like, hi, I'm Larm. I'm an apprentice at Forge of the Anvil. And it just gets real quiet. That's it. That's their whole title.
I give a good nod. Pleasure to make your acquaintances. Let's get right to it. I pull out a pen and paper. I'm going to write down what he's saying to me.
Okay.
As if to like record keep the process. Like a careful student, just gonna be scribbling down the processes he explains to me.
Okay. So he goes through the process, and he has like a chunk, like looks like he's halfway through the process, puts aside what he was doing and restarts, and has like a chunk of iron, puts it into where he was working, and you see him look towards both of you and says,
Now you'll have to like this a different way, but this is the way that I do.
and turns back and just blows fire right into the forge.
That's
Aw.
cheating.
Love that. He's like racial bonuses to like blacksmithing.
But as he does, you see the iron gets hot. He begins hitting it into a longer form, folding it a few times while he's crafting, and brings it back and forth between hitting and heating, and goes through the process of actual blacksmithing.
Yeah.
Uh,
In
that-
between, I'm gonna be asking him questions too, like, where are you from? Like that sort of thing to
Mhm.
kind of gauge how long he's been in the town. Yeah, just like out of general curiosity.
Okay. As he's working, he says,
been here most of my life. My family is back.
where
My family comes back from the Central Desert. It's a lot warmer there, but I do prefer the trade. So, moved from there to Fossio, and then from Fossio, learning the craft, I came here to spread my knowledge to the world, and to make some coin in the process.
I suppose I appreciate that someone so willing to teach has showed up here, just as I have showed up here. Just passing through, but I'll be thankful to have your knowledge for my travels.
nods.
Always good to see the young interested.
And just keep on scribbling away.
All right. So while you do that, it does take a long time with him folding it, elongating the metal into more of like a sword shape, and then going into forming it into a more refined shape of like a actual sword that's sharpened.
By the end of it, I'm like sweaty from like being around it so much, and just like suit covered from all the feedback, like little twinges of like things burnt on my person now because I'm not used to being by fire. I'm like just like a little performer, so yeah, exhausted.
All right, cool.
After this, I'm probably just gonna head back. So if you want to cut to somebody
Yeah.
else,
Rumbling all the way.
yeah.
I will cut back to Briar.
As I'm making my way that way, since I'm passing the street anyway, I am going to stop there.
Okay.
And I asked the tree the same question.
Okay.
Can you tell me about the destruction of this town and anything that you know about its current state? I say to this cat.
The destruction of this town dates far back into the Age of Dragon.
Tell me everything.
This is a talking episode. We just talking.
Before the newer races settled here, there were many draconic races and variations of those. Seems like one of them chose to move away from the skies and fighting themselves to just begin building. It was more rudimentary compared to some of the things that I've witnessed now, but they had focuses elsewhere. They didn't settle here for long before the Great Dragon came through and wiped out most of them. Is there anything specific you wanted me to talk about?
No, just keep talking. I'm kidding.
About the city now.
Is there any dangers to the wildlife coming from the city directly that you know of that you would like to be addressed?
Any dangers to the
Like,
city? Or
Yeah,
from the city?
From the city, or to the city, or any dangers to the wildlife and or plant life specifically, like something that would affect him.
Ah.
Is he worried about anything from the city?
I have stood for a very long time, but if it were to be my time, that is the way of the forest. Things change. I would never say that there is a danger to our system, as when it's time, it happens.
I light a match.
Whoa,
I call this street's bluff.
There was an unnatural source of danger to my brethren recently, but it seems to have cleared up.
I have found him and I believe I have cleared that situation.
I thank you. With the forest dying is one thing, but suffering is much worse.
Death in nature is natural, but anything more than that is cruel.
Yes.
Okay, with that, I take my leave and make my way over to the carpenter's place.
Okay.
And thanking the tree.
You're welcome.
Come back for that history lesson.
Uh,
Now I need you to make an entire separate, video.
yeah, and
Doing tree voice, giving
doing
me the entire background.
yeah.
It'll be in a second separate video, so stand by for that.
No, it won't. Don't tell the people that I'm going to be doing that. Do not volunteer my time like that.
Check out Kyle's third channel.
You'll have to guess the name though.
Yeah, we're not gonna tell you what the name is.
Best of luck.
Find it.
It is not in the comments below, or yeah.
But it's out there. Anyway,
But then I come over to the carpenter station and I was like, "Yo, what's up?"
yeah, and as you approach, you see a tiefling man and another tiefling, younger gentleman, and seem to be working together on
No,
a table. Yeah.
there are no tieflings.
There are tieflings. It's just they're called something different.
They're called Nephilims.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call them that.
Wow.
But anyway, as they're working away, you walk up and they turn towards you, and you see the older man and younger boy. They look similar, so you can probably.
I hear you guys know how to handle some wood.
They frown and turn away. They will never speak to you again.
They hate you.
But no, I approach and I say, are you the fellas that are in charge of restoring or building new structures?
The boy steps forward. Yes, my father's works with our local mason to help with that. Yeah, I have helped out when needed. It's not my primary set of work, but when there's someone new in town, they want something built, we build it.
Is there a reason that you guys have not fixed up the buildings on the northern part of town? I noticed that there were quite a few of them that were in distress? Is it just not necessary yet, or is there a specific reason?
No very specific reason other than we have more housing plots than people.
Ah, okay, okay. Would it be possible to fix one up for
Wood.
wood? For me and my compatriots while we are in town, even if it just means that we will be staying there temporarily.
It will cost quite a bit, maybe
no,
more
no,
than
no,
you're
no, no.
willing to.
What I mean by this is it okay if I fix it up?
Oh, I don't see any issue with that. It's not my property.
I'm trying to find whom to speak with for that. I thought you guys would know, being that you guys are...
You would want to speak with Lord Eklund.
Oh,
And where is...
that.
He has.
Yeah.
I custom built a house for him near. Just past the inn on the right side of the road. It's a much nicer house than the rest.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Okay. I thank him and I head there.
Okay.
Did I just open the door like I own the place? Okay.
Ah!
The Lord looks like a fucking garbage.
He's a humble lord. He's not trying to flex or nothing.
Wow, like Alden has such a better house. Alden's true lord.
True lord.
True Lord Alden.
Anyway, what are you doing?
I go to this house and I knock.
Okay. After a few seconds, the door opens and inside you see a burly, orcish fellow. And as he opens the door, says,
Yes, what can I do for you?
Are you Lord Eklund?
Yes. Yes, I am Lord Eklund.
I was curious if actually, and I point to the house next to him. Do you find that to be an eyesore?
It
Pointing at
can be.
This building right next to his house.
yeah.
It can be quite an eyesore.
Would you mind if I fixed it for you?
Go right ahead.
I just asked that me and my compatriots can stay in it while we are in town.
That sounds more than fair. If you fixed it up, you can stay there.
I just wanted to ask permission before I did anything to your town.
Yes. Owning land does come with a tax. It's not very much, especially if you're fixing up the house yourself. But if it's no more than a month, then feel free. But if you're living there for more than a month, you will come around to collect.
I will keep that in mind. And then, with that, I thank him, and I make my way back to the inn to talk to my party members.
All right.
Because I got a plan.
All right. Then, Brigand, is there anything left that you want to do?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. Cortez, is there anything you want to do?
There was a brief thing. It won't
Okay.
be long.
No problem.
He is going to swing back into the tavern,
Okay.
and he is going to get a bottle of wine and a nice plate of food.
Okay.
So however much that costs, I guess.
A full bottle of wine will actually run you a gold.
That's completely fine. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I am going to go to the warden's house real quick.
Okay.
And I knock on it with my foot because both hands are full.
Okay. And after a bit, he does say,
Come in.
Hands are full.
and you hear,
Just say it.
he comes around and opens the door.
Does he sound like he was doing something? Or...
No.
Okay, he's just fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, and then just immediately hand him the food and wine.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, of course. I was feeling extra charitable, I suppose, and was just making sure you were doing okay in here.
That's very generous.
One second, I'm gonna step away to use the restroom.
And goes over and puts the handful of food on the table.
Not a problem. Simply as put, I know that we did you a favor and, just ask that you keep your ear to the ground over matters of the town, if you could. I know you're probably not always busy, so perhaps you can take a gander around and see if anything's going on.
Anything specific?
Cortez raises an eyebrow for a moment and then shrugs. Whatever you deem as important. It's not much of a hassle, whatever you decide. And there is a hint to his tone, the way Cortez talks, but he's not saying anything specific.
Okay. You can say,
I can keep my ear open to anything happening around town. I will say, there are some things out of my power to take care of.
Cortez nods, of course, but change is a constant thing, especially within city life. Yes?
Yes, of course.
Well enough to it then. Well, enjoy your meal and wine then. And he'll just turn on heel and leave.
I appreciate it.
Of course. And then he will start making his way back to the tavern from that.
okay, thank you for having a very short conversation with him.
Of course.
That voice sucks. Alright, then is everyone heading back to the inn, or Ulu, did you have anything else?
Nope, that's where I'm headed.
Okay, so you guys all reconvene in the inn. What are you guys up to?
I think...
At this point, you guys have been going around and doing stuff today. I'll say it's probably mid to late afternoon.
Okay. I think Briar's AFK, so Cortez will turn to Ulu with a big smile. Did it go well?
It went well. I flipped through my pages of notes. That was very educational. Yes.
Cortez nods approvingly. It is important that we get on the good side of the many towns members here.
Oh, he's a friendly guy. Yeah. I lick up one of my fingers and put out something still singed from my walk over here. Yeah. He's a nice fella. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you got along. That's good.
Yeah.
Friendship is a powerful tool.
I'm walking in with him, but I'm more limping. I'm just oh god, I've been on my feet all day.
Grumble, fuck you.
Yeah, yeah. I like collecting knowledge, but I'm not strong.
Cortez will turn to Brigand with a raised eyebrow. And you, what were you accomplishing, oh spooky one?
I was trying to enhance the assassin that I sent to kill the Crimson Knights.
Cortez blinks!
Yeah, this is the first time that the others have heard of this.
He blinks very slowly and then looks around the tavern and then back at him. What a funny joke that was! Well!
Oh yeah, we're in the hit.
We're not in a room.
He just turns around and does not talk to Brian at all.
I mean, that's the order of the knights that we are playing in our game, right? With the little miniatures and the dice.
Yeah, with our own tabletop. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Who else is in the inn? Who do I have to kill?
At this point in time, you don't see anyone in the inn right now. But I will say after like a couple more minutes, you do see some people start filing in.
Okay, I'm like, we talk upstairs.
Yeah,
Get up.
sounds like a plan. And Cortez just starts moving upstairs.
Briar walks in. He's like, "Where they go?"
I guess we're going.
What's
Sorry, I had to poop.
Briar, what you missed.
I was listening.
Okay.
Okay.
Cortez instantly closes the doors and just turns to Brigand. Really?
Do you think we have to
What?
kill
There was
those
no one in there.
innkeepers? They're really nice. I kind of like them, but maybe we should kill them.
Subtlety. Have you heard of it?
No, what's that?
It's called not announcing things in the middle of a tavern. That can be your first lesson.
Yeah.
I was being quiet. There was no one in there besides the bartender, who was a decent.
Did you know that
reasonable-
before you said that?
That is the question.
Nope. I mean, yeah,
Uh,
totally.
Do you know what I think would make this person much spookier? If their mouth was stitched closed.
That would be quite spooky.
I'm still pacing around like, do we
Also,
kill them?
I say
we not
putting on my
kill
clean
them?
white gloves.
Feeling like we kill them. Yeah.
Also, you hired a what?
Oh yeah. You remember those stone vultures that we encountered?
Cortez cocks his head. Yes.
You know the skull that I took?
Yes.
That I also
Yes.
gave to the Crimson Knights?
Do
That's gonna
remember-
revive itself within 4 days of being killed?
No. No, you're losing me.
Oh yeah.
It's a-
So I made a mental connection, and we made a deal that if he killed the Crimson
Wait.
Knights, then I would do one thing within my power. You know,
What is
sort of
it?
Like,
What's the
well,
thing?
it's a favor.
Cortez starts
Okay.
rubbing his temple. Let me get something straight. You handed this object that they know came from you, right? To kill these clearly very capable fighters and casters of sorts. And then when they are ultimately going to kill it, they're going to proceed to come find you because you gave them a trapped item.
Well, I mean, it's been 4 days. Who remembers back that far? All right.
The person that received the item will remember quite clearly, I'm sure. No, this
The-
isn't
I don't know
a
about
shh
that.
moment. This is going to bite us in the ass moment.
The
No,
or
I'm sure that dude will die.
Cortez is just staring.
That's also why I was trying to figure out how to strengthen it, because it's not the strongest thing in the world. So if I can
Yes, we
strengthen
were
it,
able to fight multiple of them.
exactly. So if I'm able to strengthen it, you know, to be stronger, to kill more of them before we have to do it, you know, it softens the target a little bit.
And you
Cortez-
decided to wait until the day it's resurrected to even look into making it stronger.
We've been busy.
Wait, so when does it get resurrected? Today?
Today.
Yeah, about.
Cortez just rubs his temple more.
boy, we're not ready. You've got to call it back.
Like, this is bad. Do you not understand how bad this is?
I mean,
We're
not that
we're not in a position to do this yet. We should all strike together.
It's not like it's gonna strike today.
Well,
Oh,
our
did you give
cover-
it a time frame?
Nope.
So it's probably just going to strike today then.
I mean, it seems decently smart. It would be stupid to strike today.
what would make any other day better though?
More info about the target?
I
I
hope
think you're
it's-
giving a rock-constructed monster too much, what's the word I'm looking for, Briar? Hope, maybe? No, not hope. He just kind of sits there and waves his hands around for a bit.
The
Come to me.
we
No, if it was a plant creature.
That's not the debate here.
That's a good idea. You can go give them plants that will turn into, man-eating monsters in a few days.
You cancel the deal. Find a way, because you have no idea what it's gonna ask. What if it asks you to kill one of us or something?
I said in order for the favor, he has to, kill the entire Crimson Knights. Do you know how likely that is?
Right, and that's where the initial problem comes from before it's not going to accomplish that. And they're going to come back.
And be
find
like,
you.
By then
They're
we'll
like-
be ready. It's fine.
So we've got to be ready by the end of the day.
No.
Which is already looks out window. A couple hours?
okay,
Yes,
so what I'm hearing
watch.
is Brigand is bait. And we only need to tie her up and put her somewhere.
I'm not quite sure I like that idea.
Yeah, well, we don't like your idea, but here we are.
I thought it was a good idea.
We
The-
have plausible deniability.
We
could
need
say
to, like,
we didn't know it was a creature that was going to come back alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Who was the one that you gave it to again?
The guy who put his hand in shit.
Yeah, that one.
As I
alright,
kick
so I'm
this
gonna.
barrel, or this this chest here.
It's
I
not like
think-
he's gonna remember that he got the skull after he put his hand in shit.
Right, because he totally doesn't have a vendetta against us, right?
Well, I mean, I did want to kill that guy anyways.
Exactly.
Well, I don't think my news is going to be good now.
Well, I'm all ears
Turn to
anyways.
Briar. What's going on with you?
Did you also set an assassin on them?
Oh no. So you know the destroyed house that's across the street from their warehouse?
Yes.
That's ours if I fix it.
Oh,
Well, that does sound nice, but I don't know
Oh.
how useful it is now, considering.
One, it allows us to be in that house gathering information on their warehouse while I fix it,
yeah, yeah.
without it being
That's true.
suspicious.
Mm-hmm,
Like-
I do agree.
It had great airflow.
Oh, goody?
Yeah.
Great airflow.
And a perfect little peeping hole in the wall to spy on them. I was testing it out and pretty cozy.
So that's what you were doing while day drinking.
No. But yes.
Cortez turns to Brian. Do you know that Ulu was day drinking while on this mission?
It is. Weren't you?
Just a sip. I was forming connections.
Got a whole lot of connection today as well, and I wasn't I guess emotionally prepared for that, but he's actually really nice.
It all works out.
I sigh.
So
Too bad
my,
we're all
my,
gonna
my gather information plan is kind of moot. We have to be ready. What if that one guy is able to take it out with no issues himself, right?
Yeah.
And then
What if he gets a lucky shot off on him? He probably can
But-
take care of one.
No. If the Crimson Knight fella can take care of the little stone bird by himself, no issues. I don't think that's gonna be a problem with how quickly he took out Cortez here.
It was a lucky shot.
So
I grimace.
Cortez nods.
Too blunt.
So, what if he takes it out quickly, and then he's like, those fucking bastards, and then him alone comes to us?
Oh.
It's a possibility, but not something we should bank on.
Agreed. But I think for today, we may want to not be in the inn. Maybe
Yeah.
we stay at Brigand's, closer to the edge of town. They know where that is at. he can come straight for us there, and then we can lure him further into town if he does. Which means we need to keep watch tonight.
Okay.
Cortez sighs. Yeah, I suppose that is a good enough plan.
I think it's the best that we have.
For what I have done today, the Drow fellow, I think you've all seen him at one point or another, he is coming to see the light and error of his ways. Give it some more time, and I think he will become less than, if nothing but, eyes of watching what's happening. So try to stay on his good side.
I nod. I suppose there's many ways to keep down a man.
He's gonna be the only one that this bird ding kills.
Right?
As grimace.
Imagine though.
Imagine.
That would be pretty fucking good.
As Kyle's rolling.
What you got there,
Kyle.
Kyle?
What? Why are you rolling?
It's like a slushy.
Well,
A lot
shall
of
we
high
start
number.
heading over now then?
Yes. And I gather up our important stuff, like the orb and the chest of poop.
Cortez pats the bed. Goodbye, old friend.
Hey, I have a very comfortable patch of moss, alright? It's a little slimy, but you know, it works.
I thought his door was missing.
I just see
But
it
it's-
shut. Yeah.
No. At his place.
Oh. That's what Kyle was doing. They've already arrived then, or like busting down the door. Whoop.
It doesn't lock. Why would they bust down?
I guess
Dramatic
that's true.
effect.
Yeah, I
fair
guess it's like the principle. Shoot.
Are we going back to my place?
Shoot. Yes.
Okay.
We are all there waiting for you.
I'm getting there.
As
Okay.
we approach, I am like, did you leave your door open or
Nope, I totally left it open.
why?
Make sure to look inside. Yeah.
Shoot.
Watch, Kyle's been telling us everything that's been happening and he's just muted.
I am.
Oh. Oh.
My dog was barking, so I muted because you guys were talking a lot.
I'm sorry, we'll stop doing that, Kyle.
Never saying anything ever again.
Okay.
Ever.
It's the same barren room as always.
Cool.
There's one log in the corner.
Now there's 2 logs.
Yeah.
Ew.
I create another log.
Oh.
As you guys get there, you do see the 2 Crimson Knights that are at the reward station are kind of like standing up and taking off.
Oh, please don't tell me he decided to attack in broad daylight. Seriously?
They don't seem like they're running or anything,
Oh, okay, cool.
so it doesn't seem like a hurried movement.
Do you have a back door?
I mean, everyone does, but the house, no.
What does he mean by that?
Cortez peeks around the corner. You don't want to know. And he just goes back to looking at this bush.
You're just over there looking at his bush?
Yeah, I'm looking at the bush. Cortez is determining if he's going to hide in it or not.
I mean, it's
So we're
pretty
talking about
fluffy-
back doors
fluffy
and
bush.
bushes right now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, correct.
The new role-playing game, Backdoors and Bushes.
Okay, then. What time is it? Like nightfall or close to nightfall yet?
It's late afternoon, so it's like maybe an
'Cause it
hour away.
feels like noon right now.
It's about an hour away from sunset.
Sure is bright for being an hour away from sunset.
Is it?
Oh, now it's too dark.
Oh my god, yes, sir.
No, this is perfect. Wow,
Oh, that's bad.
Oh,
wow, it's
too bright.
bright. So, what is the plan?
Cortez peeks around the corner again. Well, taking watches, yes.
So who's going to be first watch and so on?
Me, and he jumps in the bush.
Not me. I go to fucking bed. I just learned a new skill I did not want to.
Cortez, you can rouse me when your watch is done.
Okay. You're from the bush.
I want to see like the speech bubble, but like from the bush.
Oh, okay.
And I do like prop myself up against the door.
Mm-hmm.
And you want me to roll stealth or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be roll for stealth.
I'm gonna use the hero point.
Oh, you say hero point. You're gonna get a 3.
Nope.
Oh,
That would
better.
be a total of a 24.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, and as you're hiding there, you do roll a perception check.
Hell yeah, 27.
Nice. So you do have a pretty clear sight
I like
over
how
to...
just your head sticks out.
Yeah.
it's perfect.
You have a pretty clear line of sight over to the reward station. And after like 10-15 minutes of after the other Crimson Knights left, you see Zelthar and Thistle come back. Zelthar looks furious.
Oh, fuck.
And
Is he like looking around right now?
No, he's actually furiously looking at the ground. And he sits down with like a hump and begins just like staring at the ground.
Interesting. What does Thistle look? Are they amused or?
Thistle actually, yeah, looks pretty amused and is almost like you can't really tell what he's saying unless you have lip reading.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But kind of looks like he's egging him on. And Zelthar
Okay.
is just staring at the ground, furiously pissed off.
Okay, well, I just keep watch on them.
Okay.
Just stay on my spot until it's time to swap. If they start looking like they're gonna move at all in a direction, like towards us, then I'll do something. But otherwise, yeah.
Okay. So how long do you want your watch to be?
I think it was what we decide 2 hours each, right?
Okay. After just a little over an hour in, the sun does set. And after the sun sets, it quickly becomes dark outside. Night falls, cold comes in. And then I'll do town. Right. They really haven't moved. They kind of just seem untalking at this point. And then like another 15-20 minutes after nightfall, you see Thistle starting to like squirm, and then like they throw their pouch onto the ground.
Oh.
And like the pouch like kind of bounced on the ground. You can see like the pouch squirming a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do. And then bursting from the pouch, you see one of the stone vultures just sitting there looking at them.
He kept it?
Is there any like gaps in the side of this house or anything? Like I mean, I kind of see a few, but like how patchwork is it?
It's pretty damn patchwork. It's one of the buildings that was not repaired, but Brigand just decided to live in.
Okay. Cortez will kind of like tap on the stone a few times to get the attention of the people inside.
Okay.
Whoever can wake up from that.
I'll have you guys each decide if you're a light sleeper or a heavy sleeper, and I'll take note of it.
This is make your decision.
I sleep like the dead.
Okay, well, that's one.
I guess
That's
I'm a
very
light
unhappy.
sleeper.
Well, I photosynthesize, so I'm definitely a light sleeper.
I will say Cortez is probably a fucking like dead ass, like sleeps through anything kind of sleeper. I don't
Okay.
think he's a light sleeper at all.
Um, yeah. Is this something I should add to my character sheet now?
Sure.
I think it's probably relevant enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Attentive while awake, but useless while asleep. He ain't getting up.
All right. Cool. So
And
yeah,
it-
I'll say
no,
that wakes
I-
Ulu and Briar. Both of you guys hear a methodical tapping on the side of the building.
And then once he realizes they're up, he'll be like,
I tap
We-
back.
What?
"It seems the vulture is accompanying the people at the reward station. You might want to take a look. I don't know."
By the time
you'll
it
go
took
back
you
to
to say
watching.
that and look back, you see the vulture is now like looking at them, looking around, and then attacks the smaller one.
Never mind, it's attacking.
And as it does, you see as the smaller one, let's see.
Roll, Kyle, roll.
He attacks the smaller one, and the smaller one kind of just like parries, like the creature's swing, with like a small dagger, and then from under the coat takes another dagger and stabs up into it, and it crumbles away.
Seriously? One hit?
Yeah.
They're very strong, and those vultures have a +1 to hit, and are very weak.
Alright, this one's stupid.
Actually, I will roll. It's very likely that it will crumble, but I will roll. So. Did roll real low. Let me. It is still up. So a little fight ensues. What are you doing? So it jumps at him. He parries it off. And he, like, as he's parrying, he stabs up into it, dealing some damage to it. What are you doing?
Let me do some range calculations. Hold on. Cortez is gonna whisper, "I have a plan," and then he is gonna kind of run up this way. And using my sniper beat, I'm gonna take away the negatives from my rifle, and I am going to shoot at the stone gargoyle.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, ignore the other one. So 7. That would be a. Oh, why am I failing? 22.
22 will hit.
Okay. So. It is with my new rifle, and that was Thunder, right? Fuck.
Oh, yeah, it's lightning.
Lightning, okay. So, I need this and this. Oof, that sucks. So total of 6 damage.
Okay. So you guys hear the, like, it shoots off, and you all feel the cackle, and a burst of lightning shoots forth, resounding in a boom.
And it's still standing though.
It is still standing.
Okay.
I'm still standing.
Let's see, how far is my... That's 100 feet without negative. Okay, so I will quick draw my other rifle and shoot again.
Okay.
And this one has a longer range, so I don't need anything for that. So that'll be a 21
21 will hit.
for another 6 damage.
Okay, and with that, the vulture crumbles.
And then pulling out like a half-drinking bottle of liquor after putting my guns away. Like I had like dropped it or something to shoot. I'll start walking up with it, looking a bit confused.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like rush out of the door, hearing the gunshots. Like I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Right. So like one bottle in hand and then the rifle on his shoulder, like walking up to them super confused. What was that?
You see Thistle is pissed off, like, and he's already like almost half screaming at Zelthar, like, it just attacked me! I don't know what it is! It started going in my coin purse and it just burst forth! I don't know!
Cortez just kind of keeps walking up, looking at the two of them, and then like kneels down to look down at the creature. What in the world?
As you guys approach and make a perception check.
Sure.
Either one of you or both of you.
22.
22. He shoots you half a second of a look of disgust.
He shoots you.
No. A look of like disgust and anger, but it's quickly covered up. And it's just
I thought
like,
he was just saved by us.
Cortez lifts an eyebrow, but he doesn't address that specifically. Just looks between the two. Are you okay?
Zelthar is just like, well, looks like we got an assist from our new adventuring friends. Or I think his voice. Well, I think we got an assist from our new adventuring friends. Thistle, I believe you owe them some thanks. And Thistle just spits in his direction. No, I don't.
Consider it payment for my disrespect from earlier, then. How about that?
Yeah.
Knowing who's properly in charge.
Yeah. We'll say that.
Cortez nods, looks over to Briar briefly, and then gives a 2. And if that's all, I think I'll be on my way. I'm not done with this after all. He'll kind of shake the bottle. Good night, gentlemen.
As you run off, I'll say, you hear Thistle say, I need to have a word with them, as he runs to catch up with you.
Cortez just kind of looks over to him. Yes.
I know this was you.
He does. Cortez lifts an eyebrow. It wasn't me. I was drinking, and I was in the right spot at the right time.
He turns.
Good night. And Cortez will catch up to Briar, and he'll hand the bottle off casually just to make it seem like that.
Queuing in, I was like, yeah, totally. I drink liquid, and I like go to drink it real quick and just spill it all over myself.
You've had way too much. You're wasting it. Give me that back, and you'll take it. And then under breath, you'll be like, he definitely knows.
It's worth a try. It's worth
And
a try.
then we'll get back up to the house at that point.
Okay.
Cortez will kind of rub his eyes. And then look at the briar. You want to take the next watch since you're already up like this?
Go ahead.
Alright. And he'll kind of slip into the house. And he'll give Briggan a look. Yeah, that didn't work, by the way.
I'm like
still
awake,
sleeping.
like sitting there. Oh no,
Oh,
I'm
right.
awake.
Passed out.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's right. Then Cortez will just shake his head at the sleeping Briggan.
Yeah.
Oops. Accidentally kicked you.
And reloading his gun, Cortez will hustle up in a corner. Grumpy is not in bed, and he will hold his rifle out just in case, though. So if he wakes up, he can shoot something.
Okay.
Yeah. Assessing his reaction, I'm like, try and like resume my light sleep.
All right, and it is what we do.
All right.
I make myself a chair,
Okay.
and then I just start like whittling away at some nonsense.
Okay. Are you just whittling away, or are you paying attention to what's around you and pretending to whittle away?
I'm paying attention.
Okay.
just-
Make a perception check.
Dude, 11.
Okay.
Hmm.
I could hero point it and get a 1 instead.
If you
Good.
wanted to.
You could,
Do it!
absolutely.
Do it. That was really important.
Look, see, not a bait.
Yeah.
It's 25.
Wait, why did you say my
25.
name, though?
It did.
That's
That's
weird.
weird.
I didn't roll.
Yeah, sometimes
I-
Dakota's character
It's because
shows as other people.
I am labeled as a GM,
Okay.
so sometimes I can like click on people.
Oh yeah, it shows you as me. That's weird. Yeah.
Let me go back to GM mode.
There you go.
Is it me now?
Yeah, you're just you're the game master now. It says.
I know, but it's still showing your
Yeah, it's-
icon.
Sometimes with Dakota, I don't know why it's weird, but it like
It's because I'm a GM.
yeah, but it like doesn't go back to a character that you click on next.
Yeah, that's true. Like I'm clicking on Briar right now.
Yeah.
Weird.
Anyway, yeah. So, as you're watching, you keep a lookout, and you do specifically
There we
look
go.
at the reward station.
I went to GM mode. I re-clicked on Cortez, then I clicked back on me,
Oh, okay.
and I mean,
Uh.
let me double check. I'm just gonna roll again. Okay.
Nice. Keep an eye specifically on the reward station, and throughout the night you do see Zelthar get up and leave for a bit, leaving Thistle there for a little bit, and then after a while he does come back. A while being like 10-15 minutes.
Like he went to pee or something.
Yeah. And then when he gets back, you see Thistle takes off similarly.
Okay. Which way do they head?
They head in this general direction.
This direction? Do I see them cross over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it look like they're going back to the warehouse?
It looks like that general direction.
Okay.
And then again after 10-15 minutes, you see him crossing back over and sits down.
Okay. Yeah, I just keep my eye on continue whittling away at this random figurine of a penguin.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a penguin?
I've imagined them. I imagine them like flamingos, though. Which I've also never seen. So I imagine those like...
It comes out as a
chickens.
pigeon, which he's also never seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say closer to the end of your watch, you do see Thistle gets back up and starts heading that way.
Okay.
And then he passes through here.
Passes through.
This
Oh,
area.
okay. I am going to wake up Ulu
Okay.
for the next watch. But before I head to bed, I am going to go like I'm going to the tavern to see if I can see where he goes.
Okay.
And by
You're
that,
doing that
I
like
am
right as you
going
see him leave, or
Yeah,
later?
like right as I see him, right as I see him start walking back this way.
Okay.
Alone?
I'm just forgot something at the tavern.
Okay. I take my position on watch and like. I guess I also get in the bush because I'm like, is
made a
this what
stool.
we were supposed to do?
Bush.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll look weird if we're keeping watch. For you, or if we're all doing
Nah,
the
it
same
was an
thing.
evil gargoyle monster that just attacked the town. Looks totally normal.
Yeah, no, I'm just making sure that nothing like that happens again.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Whoop. I
Yeah, but
shuffle
then
my tarot cards. Just hanging out.
Then I make my way the direction that the guy went.
Okay. So as you get here, you don't immediately see him.
I don't see him like down this
Mm-mm.
way. Okay. I go into the inn.
Okay.
Wow, this place stays busy. Still people here in the middle of the night?
I guess not.
I head upstairs. There's not a window here. Dang. Actually, no, there is one in our room. So I go into our room, and I
Okay.
look through this window.
Okay.
And I'm I don't see anything anywhere around there.
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay here for 10-15 minutes. See if I see him cross back this way, or see him cross by at all
Okay.
from the vantage point of the window.
Okay. And then while you're doing that, Ulu, I'll have you roll perception check, just for your watch.
Okay. 2.
You.
Nice.
Yeah. My perception.
If you want to roll lower than that, you can use a hero point.
Taco. You're so bitter about it, but the last time you did good.
Yeah, but that's like 1 out of like 8 so far.
Maybe your luck's up though.
That's so ominous.
Maybe your luck's up.
No, that's what it felt like. It's a 25. Did you see in the app they just added a spot? In the 2E Pathfinder app. They added hero point dots now, and you can uncheck them and check them.
That's always been there.
No, I'm telling you, it has not. Oops, or maybe this is the first time I'm using it.
25, you said?
Yes.
Okay. And then, Briar, how long are you sticking around there?
Probably about like the 10-15 minutes, like I said I was.
Okay.
I doubt I'd stay any longer.
Okay. After 10 or 15 so minutes go by. You're not seeing any movement or anything.
Okay, then I head back.
Okay.
I make sure I close the door behind me, since
Okay.
nobody else does in this fucking household.
Before you get back, Briar,
Briar needs a nap. Why are you so grouchy?
so Briar, you would still be at the inn when this happens. Ulu, behind
Hello.
you,
Okay.
from the bushes, you do see Thistle, the Crimson Knight, sneaking into the front door.
Hello? I don't know how I'm supposed to do this.
As you say, hello, he turns around, pulls a knife, and I'll end the session there.
Oh god.
Wait, didn't you say that he went this way?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I rolled stealth checks for him for your passive perception and Paisley's perception to see if he could sneak past you guys. And he got
Bad, I rolled like a
he
god.
got
this session.
every single roll except for the very last one.
Yeah, but as I was going, I was looking for him, so you didn't have me do like a search check.
Well, I mean, you,
I think
you
you
said
have
down
to
there,
be
and I said
searching.
you didn't immediately, but he rolled pretty damn well.
Okay. Okay, fair, fair.
But yeah, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you bitches next time.
See you, bitches, and by bitches I mean Kyle, next time.